What's up, you bad daddies? Here we are, not knowing what to do. As you can see, Lou and Scotty are in the studio.
Right. That's right. We're in the sound bunker. That's it.
Together.
This shit is real.
Yeah. You guys should have. Let's see. Actually, if there's a back loop, I don't know if there's going to be an echo. So if you guys hear an echo, and yeah, Kath, you were supposed to be hearing music, but I was trying to figure it out on the fly without you guys hearing the mics, and it didn't work. So no music until the start. No music for you. Let's see. How do we sound? Do we have a back loop or anything like that? Like last time?
Check.
Anybody?
Check.
We are.
What?
Hopefully, our friends in the chat will tell us how we sounding. How we sounding?
Hopefully we sound good.
Sounds great.
Sounds
Cool.
great.
Look at that.
Yes.
Marvelous.
We're already off to a better start. Oh, Maya, with that sound.
Oh.
All right. Yeah, so we're just here to play some fucking Dungeons and Dragons.
Hey.
That's it. Aetherwolf in here, crushing it. Me and Aetherwolf have been like little BFFs in our private chat, just like coming up with all
I'm gonna bring you two on a play date. I'm gonna set it up.
I'm not even mad about it.
I want to come too. So
we'll go to like Thomas Bull or something like that. Just go by, sit by the water.
Mm-hmm. Skip stones and tell stories.
But yeah, so here we are. It's long overdue. Fucking especially with everything that's been going on. So how do you guys feel like playing some fucking Dungeons and Dragons?
Thank you, please.
Wait, we were here to play Dungeons and Dragons. Like, oh,
the combat system.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, now you're speaking my language.
Yeah, don't let them confuse you. Don't let them.
What's a Dungeon and Dragon?
Well, you see, in the fetish community. But yeah. So anyway, who wants to start? So I feel like I should give a little background here.
Where are we?
Yeah, where are we, guys? We are
It was a prime or DM.
We are in the fun, fancy little new homebrew world of Wyndriel, specifically on the continent of Jahan, even more specifically in the city of Telralad. I do have maps on the Discord. If somebody wants to go look at a map, you can go look at a map. Have fun with that. But make sure you got some hooching graphics because they're in 8K and 4K. I'm sorry. I apologize. That was my bad. Just really went for it. So, the citizens of the world know it is the Feywild, but the people from not this plane of existence might not know that. So I have purposely left Greg's character and Greg out of the in-world stuff. So we'll just see how it comes out in the game when you start having an existential crisis when things don't work right because physics. Because fuck physics. So, I actually don't have commands set up, so you're just yelling Discord, and I appreciate that. It doesn't do anything. I can actually drop it for somebody. As you can tell, I have a monitor super high. How do I invite someone? Invite people. Edit. This is forever. And here we go. All right, let me just drop this through. Cool. So, does anybody want to go first? I have an idea of, I have it written down in order, but if somebody wants to go first, they can go first.
Sure, I'll go first.
Cool.
Why not? Why the fuck not?
Why the fuck not? All right.
Halflings have no fear, Lou.
Right.
So, typical morning. As you know, you don't have to sleep. You kind of, the citizens of this world, they all have a gem when they're born that manifests on their body somewhere. Usually it's in a location of like jewelry, if it's a necklace or a bracelet or any, it's pretty personal to this person. So where would your gem or your blink gem, where would that be manifested, do you think?
Mine manifested right here, right in the little crook of my neck.
The little dimple there. Yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Does that explain the voice?
It might.
Yeah.
There might be some impedance.
Do you have to push it to talk?
No, I don't.
So, as you would know, in this world, when you don't actually sleep, you just need like what most people are used to. Elves have the 4 hour like trance per se. Everybody in this world has that. So however long ago, dreams stopped being a personal thing, and now how it works is as you are in your trance where you're kind of daydreaming, you're watching your dreams and nightmares kind of coalesce into like a lavender powder that kind of like plays out the dream. You're the only one that can see it. Everybody else, it just kind of looks like trailing powder as it just dissipates into the world. But they everybody is called that blink dust. That's like the colloquial local thing. So what do you think what was your most recent dream as you're watching, you're waking up from per se?
But the last thing that I missed was an opportunity to swipe something that I thought was pretty interesting looking. I had no idea whether it had any value, but it was just a little trinket, just a little bauble, but it had a very curious little glass bead inside of it that looked like an eye. And I figured it might be magical. It might be something that something that I wanted to look into a little further. But every time I reached for it, it kept slipping away. It kept rolling away, and I couldn't get my hand on it. It's really frustrating. But, it keeps showing up in my dreams, so eventually I'm going to get that little bauble.
A little bastard. So yeah, your bauble rolls away, and as you see it kind of flitter away right from you, and you reach out for it, you kind of come to. You had your nice little rest and looking around, and kind of feel like a tugging on your arm a little bit. Kind of like glance over, and it looks like you kind of fell asleep with some whatever you're eating happens to be raw in this case, and there's a kind of just a pig just biting on it.
Oh, that's mine.
So normally you kind of stick to less civilized areas for sleeping and hanging out. So I guess this time you just happen to cuddle up in a nice hay bale in the farmer's outhouse out there. Not the outhouse, the outbuilding.
Hey, you do the best that you can. And sometimes you end up in a nice place. Sometimes it's a little, it's a little less, hospitable. But hay is warm.
Gotta make do. So as you today that specifically you had you've done work for them in the past. The local museum has sometimes they have like odd jobs and weird little mundane things and to pass the time and get some coin. So you've worked for them before, and today specifically was one of those days where they had, you don't know what it is, but you had a few things to go pick up across town and go see the local curator of the museum. In this case is who you know as Atticus Plinth, a little gnome man.
Yeah, he always sends me out for good stuff, so it's always interesting work. So I'm looking forward to this.
What would you like to do? Where do you think your first place would you go? Would you go directly there? Would you make a stop on the way?
Well, there's always time for food. Gotta fuel up before we do the work.
What are we eating?
Well, most of the time, I like to hit the street vendors before they really start ruining that meat. Just a couple of skewers will do.
Perfect. You actually happen to be fairly close to, it's not necessarily like the food section of town, but you know how every once in a while you get a stray cart here and there that kind of sets up in their little territorial zone to, like the hot dog stands around town that everybody's got around the corner. So you got one of those fairly close enough.
So just hey, what do you got today? Anything special? Anything new?
You just kind of see him looking at you real funny. No, not nothing new, but I got some beats.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. But anything new? Getting tired of the same old things. Goat, chicken. Got anything a little more exotic? I've got a coin.
Got the scorpion.
No. Something a little more fleshy.
Well, I mean, it was a big scorpion.
All right, let me try it.
So he just kind of shuffles around underneath this cart and pulls out this big honking like claw. He's kind of looking around what he's gonna just pull out this big fucking little mallet thing. It's just like a giant lobster claw, just cracks. So you have this probably football-sized shape pincer. He just kind of doesn't really know how to serve it, so he just gives it to you on the half shell, pretty much.
Yeah, that's perfect. I'll just take it in the shell.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
all right. It's I never. I usually feed this to the dogs, so I don't like five copper.
Oh, perfect. Reaches in. Here you go. Keep the extra for yourself. Thank you very much.
It's kind of old.
It's fine. I've got a strong constitution, so I'm not worried.
Just kind of like looks at you like, oh, you're gonna need it.
We'll see. All right. Moves along, heads on down the road.
You are catching a couple looks where it's like this massive thing that you're kind of cradling, this raw meat, and you're just like,
it's like, yeah, it's a little salty, but it'll do.
There's bits of sand every couple bites too. He didn't really do too good of a job. He just, like I said, he throws it to the dogs. So every once in a while, you get like a little chip in your tooth. But
yeah, if I found a pearl, that would be worth it. So.
It's not the worst thing you've ever eaten. We'll say that.
And head on down the road.
Any other stops before you go to the place?
Nah, let's head straight to the museum.
Perfect. So as you part yourself through the crowd and the crowd kind of covers your path, we'll switch over to Snick, kind of just hanging out. So same thing. You're laying there, you're watching your blink dust kind of fade away into the morning as the morning light comes up. What do you think you were dreaming about?
There was just schematics everywhere, just blueprints that would just kind of like flutter on the walls. It's just like beautiful mind room where there's just pins and like strings leading to different blueprints. And like an image of like this just really big freaking gun in the middle, and just like all the strings are like, all right, how do I do this? And like just like arrows and just chaos.
It's full blown chaos. Perfect. So yeah, so you're you're having a moment, and it's great. It's actually really one of the better dreams you've had in a while. And you're in your room. And you wake up, like you come to consciousness, I should say, not wake up, to the sound of the door creaking open a tiny little bit in your room. Excuse me.
I'm gonna shoot up. Who's there?
And you just see like 3 or 4 of the tiny little kids of the orphanage just like peeking around the door and like, oh, and they duck back.
I'm gonna stealthily get out of bed and get to the other side of the door and just rip it open and go boom.
And it's just like 3 kids stacked up on top of each other that all fall back. They're just trying to peer around the corner. And you've seen them all around before. They usually just come to you because they want to see what kind of cool new toys you've made and stuff like that.
What do you guys need anything? What's up?
Just toys.
Joy? All right, hold on. I think I have something. I'm gonna go back into my room, and I have like a chest. I'm gonna pull out like a little mechanical bird that like you wind it and it like hops up and down.
Fuck yeah!
And then there's a little frog that does the same, and then there's a little horse that just like rocks back and forth. And I'm just gonna hand them each one.
And they're just like it's been getting progressively better as you've been going along. So it started off as like more mundane things that didn't move as much, and now that it's starting to really go on, they're just like just they can't even hold it in. They're just like, each one's like, "Oh, look, you see what I got?" And like, as of right now, you don't even exist anymore. They're just in this little huddle, like showing each other, like, "What I got? You see what I got? Look what I got! Look what I got! Well, mine's cooler. No, mine's cooler." And they just fuck off down the hall as fast as they can.
All right, I'm gonna get ready, put all my stuff on, my goggles, my little hat, and then I'm just gonna grab my bag and go down to get food with Gertrude.
Perfect. I actually forgot to do this with Lou, so we'll do it for you first, and then I'll cut right back to Lou, and we'll go right back to you. But what
Okay.
do we see? What do you look like?
Okay, you see a little 2-foot tall mouse folk, huge ears. One of them's missing like a chunk out of it. Just like golden amber eyes. She's like a cream color with like brown freckles, and she's half of her tail's missing, and there's just wires hanging out of it, and she's got a metal arm.
Hell yeah! What is she wearing?
So she's got like a sleeveless leather jacket, like one of those like biker jackets, just like over. She's got like a black cap with like spikes down the side that like kind of like rat tail down the end.
Fuck yeah!
And then little boots and like her belt, and then she's got like a set of like big goggles with like magnifiers that hang off like the front of it, and yeah, and a badass metal arm.
It's so good. It's like every kid I wanted to hang out with in high school. But yeah, so perfect. So you smell Gertrude. She's always. It almost seems like she just never sleeps. She's always up, and you could smell. She's got breakfast cooking for everybody already.
Morning, Gertrude.
Oh, hello. She's just so old. Like she's been here for literally forever.
It hurts to look at her.
Yeah, it's just painful. Everything's so rickety, but as she founded the orphanage, and she's been here forever. And it's one of those things like, so where you're from in the south of Tel Relat in Old Town, she's right in between two kind of like different parts of town, and people are always trying to like, "Oh, we'll give you money for the orphanage if we could buy it," or stuff like that. So like, she has one of the original structures from when the city was first founded, and just everyone's kind of grown around her in tents and stuff like that, but she just like refuses to fucking leave. So she's a million years old, it looks like.
Do you need any help with anything? Need help with breakfast?
Huh? What?
Do you need help with breakfast?
X's? No, we don't need X's.
Food. Do you need? I'm just gonna like gently push her to the side and start cooking. Sit down. Have a cup of tea.
Yes, that's a good idea. Cup of tea. She like sits down. She's like, "Oh, this came for you last night." She like has this little. It's like a little letter, like rolled up, small parchment.
All right. I'll just scrambling eggs, and I'll just like take it and read it with one hand. I'm just like,
You see like all these little fingerprints that are all over it. You're obviously not the first one to read it. They got their little hands in it and stuff like that. There's smears and snot and a little bit of something dripping off the bottom.
No privacy here.
None. Zero. But same thing. You've gotten these before. It's another letter from the museum saying they have a job for you. So whenever at your earliest convenience to head over to the museum sometime today in the early morning, afternoon.
Okay. Then I'm going to finish breakfast for the kids. I'm going to grab a pickle from the jar and then run out the door to the museum.
Hell yeah. Cool. So as the doors slam behind you, Lou, what do you look like? I forgot to ask you.
Oh, yeah. Nippletooth is a halfling, but he's somewhere a little bit taller than your average halfling, but shorter than a dwarf. So he's kind of, kind of an oddball in that regard. He's got sharp facial features. You wouldn't say that he's necessarily attractive, but he's not hideous by any means. He's got short, brownish hair that's kind of messy, and pale, really pale gray eyes. And he's just, he's not so cuddly looking. And he's wearing a leather jacket and leather pants, just normally dressed like what you would expect kind of a scoundrel to be dressed as. Got a couple of blades tucked here and there. He's got some pouches. He's, looks like he's kind of self-sufficient. Like, I got everything that I need on me right now.
It's safe to say you'd see him at like a Hot Topic back in like 2007.
Yeah, 100%.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Perfect.
He's got a chain belt too, a chain wallet that's just like an exaggerated long chain wallet.
My character has Jenkos.
Oh man, I'm not edgy enough.
Yeah, I wish somebody was a bard and would just do this dance every time.
Oh my god, Chris, show him your cyberpunk dance.
Every time.
He's really good at it.
Perfect. I love that's such a good description. Everybody has to have an edgelord to party.
How dare you?
Perfect. So, Scotty.
Yes.
Same thing. So we see you're kind of on this like hammock inside of a ship, just kind of watching your dream float away or flit away. What do you think you see?
He sees the almost perfect score for him, being a silt miner, just coming across that perfect resource, that gem, just that perfect gem down there that doesn't require a lot of heavy work to get.
Hell, it's the Arkenstone.
It's what he always dreams about. He always dreams about the perfect resource score, but it's always like, yeah, perfect, but all he's finding is tin cans and chunked up metal.
Fucking tin cans of sardines get you every time. God damn it. Yeah, so as you're watching the tin cans start to flit away and that big gem just right in the center of your dream, you kind of rock to a stop, and you know this same feeling, the sand ships. You felt it when you first went to sleep. The sand ship went from the sand into the water, and now you're feeling it bump up into the dock. So it's time to go. So kind of jump up out. Do you have has your brother with you?
Actually, the hammock is actually just being held up by Zveek. He's just holding it between his arms, and that's how I don't get too much rocking. I get like a nice good sleep because he's making sure I'm not going too crazy there.
Fuck yes. Can you explain what we see?
So Yezin's brother, who is a quite large, but not really the size of a regular earth elemental, but he is just like, there's always just a constant stream from where an earth elemental head would be, just a constant stream of like silt coming out, and like just everything he walks past just gets just a little dusty, and he's just big and got these like 3-fingered hands that kind of look like Popeye arms, and he's just holding up the hammock like just stretched out.
I fucking love it. What do we see? What do you look like?
Yezin probably gets up, and he looks like he's just been in the desert too long. Being an Earth Genasi, his skin is very close to like minerals and earth, but even this is patchy and dry far more than anyone probably should. His skin being the color of like limestone, and his hair just looks like strands of asbestos. Just it's patchy and coming down. Looks like more has been ripped out than normal. His eyes, well, one of them is replaced by the gem that they have, and he's a little self-conscious about it. But the other eye just constantly looks bloodshot, and the iris is just blood red.
That's so dope. God damn it. That reminds me, Snick, where is your ghost jump.
Oh, it's like right at the bottom of the ear, like as if like it was pierced with a gauge, like right there.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. Cool. So yeah, so you feel that little rock, and you could actually how do you pronounce his name? Your
Yezin or Zvik.
Zvik. So as it comes to a stop, you don't really want to wake up. So Zvik, you could just like, you don't know what it means. You haven't known what it meant since he's whatever happened to him. But
Actually, being what I am, I have natural language and I can speak and understand beasts as long as it is simple phrases and nothing too complex.
yeah, for when he got whatever it is that he is. So you usually don't have a problem talking to other earth elementals. It's like
With this one,
yeah, so he can understand
He's
you
special.
fine. Yeah, he can understand you just fine. But it's whenever you're just, dude, I don't know what frequency you're on, but like I talk to fucking everything, and it's just not. You got to figure it out.
I love it. It just sounds Creole. Just Speak. You know I don't understand you.
Yeah, okay.
But I guess we're here in port now, so let's pack up the hammock. Let's go.
He starts to accidentally pack you up before he dumps you out.
You gotta learn to let me get out of the hammock first.
So now you just tumble at the fucking hammock.
He just wraps it up and like it just becomes his like shirt. He's wearing like a fishnet shirt because it's a hammock.
It's like Sean Astin from 51st Dates. He just hell yeah. But yeah, so where do you go?
Now that we're in port, probably like there's nothing good to eat on these sand ships. Let's probably go find something to eat real quick. And I look over as Vika's like eating whatever like rocks are on the ground. Like, stop! Come on!
He's just putting them and pouring them on his head, and it just falls off down the sea of sand. It just falls off. He just gives you a weird like 3-knuckle thumbs up. Like, yeah, boy.
Right on. Let's go.
So as you guys get off, I mean, it's obviously you get looks, even though this is a very, Fae-centric and magical place, you still got kind of get looks. Like it's fairly rare for earth elementals and genasis of your what should I say, damage to be rolling. Like, how's this guy even alive?
And just like his armor, which is just on the outside, looks like climbing gear, but it's also just like welded together patchwork iron. Clearly like cans and whatever chunks of weapons were found in the sea, and just that's the armor on him.
The total license plate armor of the medieval world. Yeah, cool. So you get out of the ship. You're at the Westfin ports, which is in the south, and it overlooks the beginning of the city. And the way the city is kind of tiered from all around the perimeter of it, it's low, and then it just centrally swoops up into the center, and that's where the big temples and the hoity-toities are, all the important people. But you've been here a couple of times, but you try and stay clear of all the politics and bullshit of the civilized world. So, but you also have you've worked for the same guy, Atticus Plinth. He kind of you've been scurrying around the fucking desert for God knows how long now, and you're just trying to get a change of pace. So that's why you're here in the first place. But yeah, so you're looking for food right off the bat.
Yeah, well, they don't keep any of the good stuff on those ships.
Yeah. So once you get to the port, there's all the docks converge into a main dock, and then that goes into the city. So you have just a basic guard tower to get through first. It's like a long arching stone and clay guard tower. You've noticed most of the architecture around here. There's not a lot of wood. It's rare. Like even the so the docks are wood, but it's old. It's been here a while because they don't get it in too much. So everything's kind of stone and clay and brick and mortar, stuff like that.
Now, Zeke, you remember that the same way we get into every town. Once we hit the dirt and the clay, just sink into the clay and follow in my shadow, right?
Beautiful.
Sounds good.
So as soon as you step off the wooden platform, you just say baby, and you just right into the. So you have the main central path, but there's a lot of unworked sand around, so he kind of can stick to that because I think there's some things where he can't get through certain worked surfaces. But yeah, so
Correct.
For the sake of it, there's a lot of just sand blowing and fucking around. So he's like, you. But yeah, so you get to the.
I just kind of stand on the spot he's in, and just like I don't even have to walk. I just move forward.
It's a fucking Marty McFly hoverboard. But yeah, so you get to the main gate, and there's it's almost like when you get to the bank, and there's the teller right in front, like when you're going to a train station or airport. You check in with your boarding pass, whatever the fucking bullshit is.
You walk up, hey, you recognize me, right? It's hard not to. Just coming in for more work,
It's this like real apathetic elf, just like with his head down, just like, yeah, whatever. I don't know, fucking 2 silver.
Okay, good talk. He puts just like not even like money. It's just 2 silver worth of like scrap and garbage. Maybe there's like a gem in there. Who knows? He doesn't know. But this is his currency.
So the elf is, just obviously just it's almost like being at the DMV. He's just like, yeah, whatever. And he just like, it just pushes all that into the trash right next to him. And he just like, and just stamps something and hands you your pass to get into the city.
Am I going to get my change?
Yeah. And he just like reaches over and just like takes a piece of paper, like a piece of ledger, and just crumples it up and gives it to you. Yeah. Cha-ching.
Sounds good. Puts it in his many pouches and walks off.
You just like see the elf like look over to one of his other buddies like, the fuck? What are we doing? We could have went to major school. We could have went to major school, and I'm taking trash from this guy, from this like rock man. I gotta get out of here.
And as I'm like far enough away, like just like to himself, like every time, he thinks that's actually currency.
You just see this poor kid,
What an idiot.
this kid is just having an existential crisis now. It's like the typical 14-year-old kid behind the counter, first job type feels. But yeah, so what are you looking for as far as food? Anything specific?
I specifically go up to the stall that has like just the overcooked meat, just like been roasting all day. It's turned charred, it's turned black, but that carbon's his favorite.
So as you're approaching this stall, you see the fucking weirdest looking little halfling disappearing into the crowd with a giant piece of fucking claw raw meat.
Oh, he sees the raw meat.
So yeah, so you see this dude. He's just like he's tending something over here. He's like cleaning this like sludgy, disgusting goo of what's left of the that he just cracked on his thing, and he's not doing a very good job. He's wiping it, but it's not going anywhere. So he's just kind of like leaving it, like whatever. But he forgot to pay attention to his whatever he had over here cooking. It's like mystery meat. You don't even really. It's just a shape and black and charred.
Oh, that's the best kind. Walks up and like as the guy's just like it's all burnt. Like I'll take that. Those ones right there. Those ones are mine.
He's like half has them in the garbage. He's like, which ones?
Just like picks up like the garbage like receptacle and just like this is mine, and just like takes the trash with the skewers. It's like there's some good stuff in here.
Can I have the bin back, please?
I guess he just takes the skewers then, like digs through the trash a little bit and like finds some dirt and like throws it at Zeke. So that's premium dirt.
They just see like this dirt hit the dirt, and then it just gets absorbed into the dirt awkwardly. Like, wait, what? The fuck just happened? So this dude's like, I didn't think the janitors were coming around so soon. So he like reaches in, gets like he has like a 3 or 4 silver or copper, and he just like I thought you were coming later, and he hands you 3 copper for cleaning up his shit.
He takes it, just puts it in his pocket, doesn't say anything, and walks off.
Checks out. Cool. So you're on your way to the museum. You've been there a couple times. So
Once again, he gets far enough away. Every time he just gives me money to eat his food. This is great.
Love this city.
The city's great.
Fucking awesome.
Oh,
It's just one
screw.
big cultural misunderstanding. Where is your gem? Oh no, it's in your eye. That's right. That's right. Your ghost gem.
It's his left eye was clearly like there's a scar, and he clearly had like a fake eye jewelry piece, but now this is here.
Fuck yeah. Cool. So switching over, Elf Lady, Miss Grius. What you're kind of, so from where you come from, it's completely different. It's much more, think of like it's kind of like Rivendell-esque, but less water and less dickheads. So it's very like ornate, and there's a lot of, I mean, there's stone there as well, but there is more woods and like natural carvings and filigrees. It's like you, Woodhold, specifically Avora, where you're from, is like living in an Art Nouveau painting. So you've, for whatever reason, decided that you needed to inject that a little bit into your room, so you have a very like whimsical study. You actually are at the museum on like a, I don't want to say like a student visa almost, studying whatever it is that you're looking to study, and in return you again do odd jobs and stuff around the place. So you're kind of laying in your room with your on your bed with the little wispy banisters, and you have like what are they called, the fucking things that go over the bed, the like the sheer fucking, you know what I mean, like the
Canopy
Oh, like
bed?
a canopy, yeah.
canopy bed. Yeah, exactly. So you have a canopy bed, but the canopy isn't actually held up by anything. It's just kind of hovering in place because elves be like that.
Mm.
So it just isn't, it's extra magical. You have like a little moon mobile that just kind of does its thing. So as your dreams are flitting out into the lavender dust, what are you dreaming about?
I guess lately Lyra's dreams have kind of just been a pitch black landscape with just flickers of like the sky. It's a pitch black sky, kind of just freckled with stars. She's been dreaming of just the moon phases, 3 moons moving together, coming around, 2 moons together. Just kind of a cycle of these 3 moons, 2 moons, 3 moons.
Excellent. Where is your ghost gem?
Say our ghost gem is on the smaller side, I would say, and it's kind of like right between her brows, almost like a third eye.
Cool, like a little bindi gem or something like that.
Mhm.
Hell yeah, that's dope. So as you are watching the moons fade away into the lavender powder, you hear a big like clang 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 right outside the room. So it's very clearly someone dropped something, and it's just fucked off down the hall.
She kind of like wakes up out of her dream, and you see just her canopy just kind of there, kind of rolls over, walks over to the door, peeks out, see what the hell they dropped.
You just see this little human boy, just not, he's older, but he's just a very slight frame. So when I say little, I don't necessarily mean young. I just mean like a very scrawny human. And he's just like, you could just see the panic in his movements as there's like bowls and plates and stuff that have just scattered all over the place, and like forks. And he's trying to figure out, do I clean the food up first? Do I clean the shit up first? Is anything broken? You could read all that just out of his mannerisms.
Almost closing the door all the way, she kind of stops and it's like, fine. And she goes out and she'll start helping him pick up these things. Like, are you in a rush? Like,
So you've seen this kid around. He's almost like the right hand man of Atticus. You would know him as Carmichael, and he's just a total. The poor kid is just a dumpster fire. He can never get anything right. He tries so hard, and it just always comes up short, no matter what it is. But it's in D&D terms, he always rolls a disadvantage. It's just the poor kid can't get it. So he's like, hey, hi. Yeah, so breakfast is pretty fucked. I'll get you some more. Not a big deal. It's not broken. I'm not bleeding. And I think we're fine. Just don't say anything. We'll fix this.
they were kind of just like, shh, 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 picking up all of the things. Don't worry about breakfast here. Get this shit up before somebody sees you, and I'll have good berries this morning. Just hurry out of here.
So he like looks up and there's like oatmeal spattered all over his face. And what does he see?
So in front of him, he sees Lyra. Lyra's a pallid elf, but she kind of has this blue skin tone. About 5'9", and her hair, she has this long, thick, kind of wiry white hair that kind of goes all the way down to the small of her back. And her skin also is kind of like, looks almost lit from within. And she has these blue gray eyes that look like they're kind of fading a little bit, getting a little milky white threads that outline her pupils. She's wearing kind of like bluish robes. She basically blends in with the twilight.
Hell yeah.
She's that car that you don't see with the lights off.
That
She has like these
motherfucker.
bluish gray robes, pretty common robes, nothing too nice or anything like that. A little bit of leather armor, leather bracers. She's got a scimitar and a small wooden shield. Through the opening of the door, you can kind of see in her room, besides all her plants and everything, she has a lot of books in there. She's definitely well read.
She's a raider.
She's a raider.
So yeah, so as he like looks up and he like wipes he's got real small little like Coke bottle glasses. He's like trying to focus on you. It's just shit all over it. He can't see anything. So he's just okay, yeah, okay. All right, don't move. I'll go get some more. So he like kind of bing, and just like just goes on. It almost like Looney Tune runs, where his body's moving, but his feet aren't really catching up too much, and he's like leaning forward, but somehow he makes the turn and he's down the hall.
Is there anything left behind?
There's a ton of shit left behind. He was just the poor kid was just not thorough. He got like the big bulk of it, but it literally just looks like an oatmeal explosion. It's on the ceiling, it's on the walls, there's like dripping. It's audible too at this point, where it's just like
Lyra kind of just, she finds a biscuit on the floor. She grabs the biscuit, runs back into her room, grabs some of her books, and tries to get the hell out of there before he comes back with anything else.
That's fucking fantastic. You know what? I'll have you make the first roll of the campaign and and roll a d20, just a straight up flat d20. We roll it.
Physical D20?
Either or, Foundry or physical, whatever's more convenient for you. If you want to do
Foundry, because I haven't used Foundry yet.
If you want to do it quick, at the bottom there's that set of dice. You could just click the d20 and then hit rolly. I like how Scotty turned into Colin.
I don't have a d20 at the bottom on the maps or on my character sheet.
Yep. So if you're looking at the map, in the chat bar, right below that, you'll see like the array of dice. There's like a D4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 20, and then actually there's percentile.
Oh, I gotcha. I didn't open up the chat bar. Here we go. Oh.
All right.
Let's see what we got. All right, 14. So did you said you wanted to escape the curse that is Carmichael?
Yes, please.
Okay. So just as you just slip out and you turn the corner, just as you hear him kind of like turn, like slam into the wall, he's like running too fast and he's got a little plate, and you can hear him get to where you would assume your door is. He's like, oh man. And
I'm down the hall already.
yeah, exactly. You had turned another corridor just as you hear him come around the other side and come right to your room. So, and just as you turn the corner and hear all that, we'll fade over to our boy Theodore. Theodore.
Yeah.
So you, Theodore, aren't actually from this world. You are. Tell us where you're from.
Theodore is from the material plane, a small village on the southern coast of the Sea of Stars.
Fantastic. And where are you just coming back from? You had just traveled recently, correct?
Yes. Theodore had taken residence as a professor at Judea Academy, and he had recently kind of snuck out of there. Said he was going home to visit his parents, and then travel was arranged for him to arrive here. He has very little idea where here is.
Even better. So, what do we see when we see Theodore?
You see human. A very human. Theodore is tall for a man. He's 6 foot tall, which is probably fairly fair stature in these malnourished times. He has strong features, a strong nose. Behind it, he's got a full beard that he keeps rather trim. But he does. You see, he has a squarish jaw. Like, he looks like he would have been a large man, but he is rather frail. He has squandered his physical gifts that he was genetically inherited. He's got a fair skin, brown hair, just shy of shoulder length, and full trim beard. Like I said, he's wearing purple robes that are indicative of some organization. He has a pin on it from Judea Academy, which no one here would ever recognize.
Yeah,
that symbolism, so it's irrelevant. But they are faded. They're ornate yet modest. They're not boasty, but they are well put together. Almost a uniform more than ornate garb.
excellent. So you are actually still on the material plane right now. You haven't arrived in. Yeah, you have not arrived yet into said world where everyone else is. You are at. You're actually just returning from home. I believe you had like a 2-week stint. You said right at home just to button things up, something along those lines.
Yep.
Yeah. So this is your trip from. You're just arriving back from home to the confluence. So you're like right there. You're at the front gate per se, and you've been up to where we'll say headmasters is, and yeah, that's where your next stop is.
What is my mode of travel?
What do you think would fit you the most? Would it be a carriage or a single horse? I feel like they would send, if you would like, they would have sent you with a carriage, but if you prefer a horse, you can do that.
Fine.
Yeah. So you can just kind of help me get this, slip this over. Perfect. So as you arrive, actually just try, there it is. So as you arrive at the front gate, you see one of the pawns is outside that you've dealt with before. They're essentially they're scribes. They copy texts and just reproduce text. So this one happens to be on door duty. You're just right out front, and he takes your horse, and almost like a what's it called?
Concierge.
Like a
Valet.
Valet. There we go. So the horse valet. So he's
I throw him the keys.
Yeah. So he takes the reins. He doesn't say much. He knows the hierarchy here, so he just kind of takes the horse around back, and you're in front of this. What would you say this establishment looks like?
Oof. Nothing too ornate, nothing that stands out. I would actually say it looks like a lumbering outfit.
Yeah.
It looks like almost like a like a an overbuilt lumber camp.
Yeah, I could. That's what I picture in my head too. Something very just like, I don't want to say drab, but inconspicuous and just
Exactly.
like whatever. It's
just pass through it. There's nothing to see here.
You know how like you're driving around town and you've driven by the same thing 1,000 times, then one day you're like, I never knew that place was there. It's that kind of feel.
It's all beige stone block building.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's human. It's just pink everywhere. So so the front door is opened by another pawn. Again, the same. He's on door duty. Takes you up to the top chambers, and you know that's where the rook resides.
Theodore has yet to say a word to these pawns.
Yeah,
he just nods knowingly.
Yeah, and they kind of have their head down. They know the drill. They know what the deal is. So yeah, so you enter the rook's chambers. Same thing.
I use the secret knock.
He just like kind of lets out a huff. He's like, oh, there's Jokey Lareth again. So as the door opens, you see he's pretty much in the same exact outfit you are as far as robes, but it's just a deeper purple. So it's just a
newer.
Yeah. Yeah. Fresh off the shelf, TJ Maxx.
Yeah.
So he's like, I trust your travel was well.
Yes, of course.
Well, as you know, you've been studying at the academy for some time, and I believe a promotion is in order officially. It's in the books, yes, but we have not done the ceremony first, well, if you will. And you know how we love our pageantry, so.
Theodore kind of stands up a little bit straighter after hearing this, you know.
So
it does his best to kind of choke a smile, you know.
He's like,
the ceremony is actually a bris.
They pull out the +1 wiener cutter.
I am ready, my lord.
Have your way with me. So as he says that, you notice off there's also a set of I don't want to say, like a tier of people that work in this area that are as cardinals. None of them have names, and they are they're like the ears and eyes of the rook, because the rook can't leave. The rook is the head of the establishment that makes the decisions. The cardinal goes out and traditionally gives him information. So when he says all that, you see a cardinal step from the shadows with it's about, let's say, a foot wide by 8-inch tall. It's not really even that ornate, just kind of obsidian black, like ebony wood box. And he gets in front of the rook, and he kind of opens it towards the rook, and where he positioned himself, you can't really see what's in the box yet, but behind the rook is this, it's almost just like two strange pillars with a bunch of designs on them. They match the designs that you would know to have on one of your personal effects that you got when you arrived here. Same looking things, and you can see how the stones interlock in weird ways that don't make sense, like in terms of physics. Like it just kind of It's just that those shapes shouldn't make those kind of combinations to make those ritual or those runes and stuff like that. So so as he approaches, the rook reaches into the box, and you can see him take something out. As the cardinal recedes off to the side, is the rook's arms are now out with his big wizard sleeves covering up whatever he has in his hands. As you know, you have spent your time here and have done a great service to us in your learnings and intertwining the magics of the arcane and the divine into one. And now, on behalf of everyone here and the other rooks of the confluence of other chapters, we would like to bestow upon you the title of Bishop.
Gladly accept. And he gives a slight bow.
As you bow, as you know, the duties of the bishop are to travel to other worlds and find, what's the best way? Find
Sure.
convergences on ley lines unknown to us of where the divine and the arcane meet. And do you accept these responsibilities?
Gladly.
So as he as you bow, he like separates his hands, and you can see him. He has like a. You've never actually seen both of his hands together. You've ever only seen one. He keeps one usually always under one sleeve. So as he takes them both out, one's just kind of a stump. And oh yeah, appreciate it, guys. So as he reveals the stump in his other hand, he has this like gnarled, nasty, desiccated, like 6-fingered skeleton hand with like just fucking disgusting and desiccated. And he puts this hand on his stump, and you see this like black and green disgusting ichor start to drip from the seam. And he doesn't touch you with it, but he passes it over your shoulders in like in a symbol. And as he's doing this, the runes on the pillars behind him start to energize and rearrange and modify, and you start to see the area between the two pillars start to shimmer and shake, and it's almost like TV static a little bit. So, and
Stargate.
yeah, less watery, more like.
Yeah.
So as he after he does his ceremonies over you, he turns to the gate, and he takes one nasty little dried out finger and cuts a scrape through the fabric of the reality, and folds back, and you can see on the other side this weird shimmery city.
And what is the name of this world?
We don't know. The other bishops just returned. I believe it was the world is Wyndriel, and the city. What was the city? And the cardinal returns back and whispers in his ears, yes. Telralad is the city.
Telralad. Very well. Hand of Kree, guide me.
Yeah. Fuck yeah! So you go through the portal?
Yeah, I will. He's going to stop right before at the precipice. I just take in one last deep breath and exhale it completely before stepping through.
It's perfect. It's perfect timing. You could feel as you go through it's almost like it has like a give, like it tries to go with you, and then you just kind of through it, and you feel like
a bubble.
Exactly. You feel the bubble pop, and it would have pushed all the air out, but you already kind of anticipated from all your readings of interplanar travel. That's it. Just get it out the way. You don't want to be that guy that's like.
Yeah. I watched all the YouTube tutorials already. I'm ready.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. So as you go through, the camera actually kind of pans back, and you could see the cardinal come out, and the rook kind of, you know what to do, and the cardinal goes invisible and passes in behind you. Just so as you
Kill him.
well, guys, great game.
Is this a looper situation?
Great game. It's been fun, but you're all dead now because he killed y'all. So as you go through the rest of the party, we'll cut back to them. You guys have all kind of converged in the Atticus has this, like, that's the best way to explain it, like an inner chamber. He's old too. Him and Gertrude would get along really, really well. So he kind of has he likes to stay in his little nook inside of the museum, and he's got his books and his things and his smoking pipe. This tiny little gnome man. He's a typical gnome. He likes things and he likes to be warm, and he doesn't. Listen, I explored that all there. It's your guys' turn. So you guys have actually you've all seen each other in passing, and you've seen, walking through the halls of the museum, and you never actually worked together though, so you're familiar with faces. You know how you got those guys on the same job, and you're like, oh yeah, I say, buddy, what's going on? But nobody really knows each other's names, so you call everybody like Dave. It's that kind of feel. It's very informal. So you are actually all kind of joined in Atticus's inner chamber. You actually all just kind of arrived at the same time. He's just kind of sitting there. He's got big like Lenin glasses, right? He's just like reading one of these. It's this big stone that he had brought in just so you could kind of see it. And even with his big Lenin glasses, he then pulls out an even bigger magnifying glass to, like, because he just doesn't want to get up, so he's just trying to read it. He's trying to read it from his desk, and he's just kind of getting frustrated because he can't as everybody walks in.
I'm gonna look at the stone that he's looking at and just start talking about what kind of stone it is. Screw the writing on it.
It's actually from the Sea of Silt, so you're very familiar with this type of stone. And again, you've seen plenty of these writings and plenty of these scribes and stuff. I don't fucking care about that. I like the stone, baby. So you just start giving them a real good dissertation on the type. It's some sort of local limestone. It almost looks like your skin.
My skin, but not patchy and dry.
You're giving him the once over on everything.
Yeah, just the history of limestone, and he's probably like, "Yo, I don't care."
You could see him. He's just like giving you the it's like mom, when the little kid's doing that. He's like yes, right. Oh, okay, Yezin, yes, Yezin. I know, yeah, I know, Yezin.
All right then. I'm just gonna go and start like playing with like the things that he has in his office, probably just like picking it up, like snow globe, like shake it, like just kind of like not put it back properly, but just kind of like set it back down. Get my grubby like peanut butter and jelly hands all over it.
Everybody except Scotty and Greg, because obviously Greg's not there yet. Roll perception. Got a 10.
Oh my god, where's my perception?
Let me actually, there you go. Got a 10 from Lyra.
Skills.
I should actually think, is it on the front page? I don't remember. I haven't, here, let me pull up one of these guys.
It's on attributes tab.
Yeah, attributes.
Oh, there we go.
Lyra's kind of just standing right behind Atticus, looking at what he's looking at, like, yeah.
Yeah. So actually, Nimbletooth notices as Yezin is going to grab that snow globe, Atticus kind of like looks over at the corner of his eye and he starts smiling, like kind of devilishly.
Yeah. Don't break that, because he's just gonna send me out to find another one. So
you see as Yezin picks up the snow globe and starts shaking it, the whole room kind of shakes with the snow globe. Like, So all you guys start stumbling around a little bit, but all of his Atticus personal effects and the thing he's looking at stays still, but everything else is just
Tremors.
I just put it back down like it's probably handy at some point. I don't know.
Oh, you wouldn't believe. As this is happening, you see there's Atticus kind of looks around. He starts with his big giant fucking magnifying glass. He's counting everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Waiting on one more. And as he kind of says it, he looks at his little. It almost looks like a star chart, I guess you could say, like those really expensive watches that have all the solar system inside of them.
Yeah.
It's something like that, but handheld. It's like a half moon. Like a half of a globe cut in half, and he's looking at it. He's like, "Ah, yes, excellent." He like kind of tick, fast forwards one a little bit, and you see against the back wall, he has like his clothes hung over it. He's drying stuff out. It's the same kind of pillars, and that we had just seen with Theodore, and they start to align and you just see Theodore just bloop, right into the world.
Oh,
Well, hello.
Theodore is a little taken aback. He sees you, ramshackle bunch.
Atticus gets real
I've never seen
excited.
you do this before, Atticus.
Oh, you don't see a lot of things.
You mean you could have sent me on some of those jobs that way?
No,
Super fast?
no, you don't want to go that way. You don't want to go that way.
Seems like a really efficient way to travel, though.
I'm running over and I'm like touching the sigils. I'm just like, how it's like, just like trying to put my hand through. I'm like, how did this?
Theodore takes a step back from this mouse thing.
Yeah, it just the sigils feel really, really warm. Like when you put a bean bag in the microwave, that like real like ooh, ah, hey, ooh, that like real comforting warmth.
A beanbag, a whole beanbag.
Yeah, because sometimes for headaches you put like a bag of beans or a bean bag in.
A
You put it,
beanbag.
Oh, a bag of beans. I thought you meant like a beanbag, like from the 90s.
No more hot packs made with like dried beans and
Okay.
corn.
so picture this: you got a bunch of hacky sacks and you throw them in the oven.
You get real high.
You ever heat up the beanbags before you play cornhole?
That's the way you win.
Oh yeah, popcorn hole.
Yeah. Oh God, fuck.
Life hacks.
Yeah.
We pillow. That's it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
So,
Maya nailed it.
it's a warm, cozy fucking feeling, right? Moral of the story. So, yeah, it just feels real warm and like, I don't want to say inviting, but kind of inviting to the touch.
Theodore looks around. This is Wyndriel. Is it not? Like looking at anyone who will make eye contact with him.
You've
Yezin's just kind of like eyeing you up and down, like, and just like, this guy's too clean.
Square.
Atticus gets real excited and just like falls out of the back of his chair, just like tumbles over. Yes. This is Wyndriel. Your compatriots, the two of them, what were their names? Bishop and Bishop, I believe. They had come a few weeks earlier and said that someone else would be coming for a long stay.
That would be me.
Excellent.
Have accommodations been made?
Oh, of course. In exchange for the accommodations, you just help with the machinations of the museum and maybe a couple, recoveries of relics and items from ruins.
It's been explained to me. Yes.
Oh, perfect, excellent. I don't know how well they explain things over there from where you're from, but
Quite well.
you actually feel two things. You feel that round item that you got from when you first started as a pawn. You would know it as an enigmaze. You feel it it just something feels where do you keep it on your persons?
A front right pouch, like right on my hip.
You feel
Small leather
it's
pouch.
like you feel it. You could feel it like churning and moving and like almost like a pulsing.
Excuse me, I have to take this. And he picks it up like, and he turns around with it. I was like, no one can see. And he
They're
just,
just like coming up behind him, like, what?
yeah, he's just standing facing the wall as he checks this thing out.
I swear
He's
that's never
not
happened.
looking at everything.
It's not a wall he's facing. It's just like Zeke standing right there.
He is unaware.
Yeah.
He is unaware.
And Lyra, you said you kind of peek over and start writing down everything that he's doing.
How did you? We're gonna start from the top. What did you just do?
What? And he just kind of turns a little bit, like 45 degrees away to like put her back in his back, and he's
She's like hopping, looking over his shoulder.
Is he turning towards the pillars? Because I'm
Yeah.
still over there and just like staring at him now. Is that the way he's turning?
he gives up.
Yeah.
And he just
Yeah, you literally turned away from them and like look over, and then you just see like Snick looking up at you, like you're just like, fuck.
Yeah. Lyra's looking past him now at the mouse and saying, "What is he doing? What is he doing?
He's holding a thing.
What does it look like?"
So
What does it look like?
round.
yeah, so you're looking down at your enigmas and you see, so it was very specific in the ways you can move it, like a Rubik's cube, like, you know, you could do the twists, the turns, and the flips, you know, you got
Pop it.
exactly pop it, crunch it, pull it, skip it.
Arcane pop it.
It's an arcane pop it. So you're very, very, very familiar with the inner workings of it, and in this space that you are now, instead of just doing those weird basic XY motions, now like things have like expanded out of it as you like. So when you're looking at it, it was just glowing, and when you touched it and picked it up, it almost like separates a little bit, and there's projections and runes from the inside that are floating around it, and you can like physically move them around into new spaces and configurations, and then as you close it, now they start to encircle the item.
This is
I got an
fascinating.
idea to find out. I'm going to shake the snow globe again.
Yep. The whole room
He
starts to
drops it.
shudder.
Yep.
How hard do you shake the snow
Everybody
globe?
vibrates.
Nimbletooth is like, yes, let's do that. So that the fall in my hand.
How hard do you shake the snow globe?
About as hard as I did before.
Yeah, so everything starts to shake a little bit. You could just roll I guess it'd be like a deck save. Just roll a deck save quick.
Give me a second.
Yeah, actually both of you.
Oh, boy.
That was a 2.
Yep. Let's see what. Yeah, so Yezin hangs on to so you start shaking it, and it starts to, you know, shake the room, and you're kind of but you hold on to it. Theodore starts to bobble it and drop it.
Uh-oh. And Nimbletooth is like, yeah.
If you want to make an opposed reflex, see if you can grab it. You know what? If you both want to use a reaction to see if you can grab it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would do everything in his power to. This is too fascinating to let go of.
Yeah, for sure.
A deck save?
Yep,
Or
2 deck saves. You're just doing a reaction to quick. Like, oh.
Saber ability check.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
That's an ability check.
Ability
if
check?
anything,
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Ability check it is. So
You said there wasn't going to be
It's
any
his.
fighting tonight.
Yeah. I attack.
So Nimbletooth gets a 20 and Theodore gets a 4. So as you're looking at this, you're so enamored by the new, because your mind just went, you know, you just dialed right in, and the whole world just went away, and you're seeing all these cool things. You're already trying to plan the next move of what you're going to do, and all of a sudden the fucking room starts to earthquake, and as you watch this item sailing away, you're trying to grab it, and like your vision, tunnel visions out, you just see
A smiling halfling go whizzing by.
do you Nimbletooth, do you grab it and stop and inspect it? Do you like take it and how do you How do you do it?
Oh yeah, no. He sleight of hands that, and then he pretends to toss it towards to the mouse.
As you
Hate you guys.
so when you saw it before in his hands, it was very ornate and exploded. And as soon as it touches your hand, it just turns back into a normal little cube. But you still, or sphere. You still have it, but it doesn't. It just kind of. Yeah. So if you want to, I guess, if you want to, Theodore, if you want to roll perception, and Lou, if you want to do a sleight of hand.
Woo! That's damn close.
So
Come on, you halfling.
So Nimbletooth gets an 18 sleight of hand, and Theodore gets a 17 perception. So you kind of do like a behind the back deal. Do you keep it or do you actually toss it?
Yeah, no. I swapped it with like a pouch real quick, and so what I throw to the mouse is a pouch, like a similarly sized pouch.
Cool. So as it's going, we'll use Theodore's existing perception, and then Snick do a sleight of hand to see if what you catch you can kind of.
Okay.
Ooh, so
You're like a golden retriever right now.
so Theodore, Snick, as it comes to you weren't really expecting it. You rolled a 15. It gets in your hand, and you tuck it, but Theodore noticed it wasn't the same thing.
And he looks right back at you. Enough. How old does everyone look, first of all? This is important.
Hard to say. He looks really weathered. Somewhere between 30s and 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I was going to say, enough, young man. That doesn't float.
I mean, Yesin looks like if he had like a bathtub full of lotion, he'd probably be pretty young.
Fair.
After a few days.
Same. Yeah, pretty much the same, yeah.
Snick looks young for like a mouse.
Lyra looks like a young adult, like a college student.
Oh, thank you, young man. And he reaches his hand out to you.
Nippletooth Bubblefoot, at your service.
Bishop of the Wraith. Pleasure to meet you. And he shakes your hand. Do you all, please?
Oh, yeah, the mouse has it.
That was a bag.
I put it in the bag and tossed it to her. I didn't want to break it. I just wanted to protect it, pat it for its transport to the mouse, just in case he dropped it. She looks like she isn't always... She might be a little butterfingered. I don't know.
Glares.
Yeah. Can I roll insight on him?
Sure. If you and then Bumblefoot, if you want to do a deception.
You're good. You're good at this.
God damn. So Theodore,
with suspicion in his eyes, he gives you a nod. Sorry for the misunderstanding. And he turns to the mouse. Good evening.
Good morning.
As Nimbletooth slowly starts to hide behind the other big guy.
He looks to Atticus real quick. Is it morning here?
oh yes, first thing in the morning.
I guess, God.
I feel like Sveek seeing like the halfling with some cool looking, I don't know, possibly rock thing. Sveek, just watching it all, would probably just like reach out, mumble his, jargon and like try to grab what he had to hold it up and look at it.
Let's see. Let's see.
Is Sveek standing there being like a wall or looking like another pillar that almost nobody noticed?
Yeah, it's totally so on the ground, since he can't travel through the work stone, he kind of walks near you. So you guys have all seen him walking around. You kind of know that they're a pair. So you would have seen both of them come in, but Theodore wouldn't have.
Yeah.
So he could
And
just.
she has not moved until now. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
not
Yeah, he was
have
just
moved.
standing there, not moving next to the wall.
Let me see. Roll a perception. Where's perception on here? Hit points.
Attributes.
Attributes P. Are you looking for passives?
Persuade. Just. Who the fuck is it?
Are you looking for
I see
Zveeks?
Yeah, I wonder if he just doesn't have.
He has
one.
a passive perception of 10.
What's his? Yeah. Okay. So he
He has a +0 to his perception.
Okay. Yeah. So he just sees shit whizzing around. He didn't even realize that what
Fair
went down. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, Theodore approaches the mouse creature. Hello. Do you have my orb? The halfling fellow said to that he threw it to you in a pouch.
Considering I don't know this halfling, I'm just gonna be like, I don't know why he tossed it to me, but here. But first, I'm gonna open it and just take a quick peek and like shove my nose in.
It's rocks. It's just. What is in that bag?
Yeah. What
Luke?
did you toss?
It's actually just sand.
Checks out. You never know when you need a bag of sand. Ask Indiana Jones.
Pocket sand.
Can I make a perception to see if I saw where it went?
Yeah. If anybody who is, because you guys were all very engrossed with that little bag of sand.
A little bag of sand.
I have one. I got you, Luke.
But yeah, anybody. Oh yes. So you definitely saw it, and so did Lyra.
We're just over here watching this go on, just like
Yeah.
I never took my eye off of that orb.
Yeah, so you two, Lyra and Yezin know where that is currently.
I'm like, all right, here you go. I'm just gonna hand him the bag. I'm gonna skitter off to the side.
all right, I do believe we are here for a job, so it's probably good enough of a game now. Halfling, come on.
All right.
As Theo looks into a bag of sand.
All right. We'll trade.
You want your bag of sand back?
And do you take sand? And he hands you a bag of sand.
And he hands you back your orb.
Thank you. Theo turns back around with his orb.
Joke's on you. That's what I've named my wiener. But yeah, so as soon as you see it go from his hand, and it's very, how you're normally used to seeing it, and as soon as it rolls back into your hand, it does you could almost feel like you're, I don't want to say willing it, but you have the ability to open it and close it. It's a very bizarre feeling, almost like how you would just move your hands naturally. It just happens. You can feel that connection.
Fascinating. 7th degree of freedom. Unheard of. And yeah, Theodore will sit there and mess about with that for the next few hours.
Yeah.
Unless anything else happens.
So
I feel like we just made a meme of the wizard pondering his orb.
Yeah. Yeah. Theodore will ponder his orb while the world collapses around him.
as
Shake the globe.
yeah, shake the globe.
Speak is trying to help you ponder it with just incoherently.
Yeah. He's actually looking over your shoulder, like, and it sounds pretty informative, but it's just
Yeah. Upon like the hearing Creole and like looking over to see this, but like he can't be bothered. He's going back to.
He's actually pointing at things and like trying to show you orders of stuff, but you're just like, all right, fuck off, Rock Boy.
But every now and again, he's got a point.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So you just see that you have no idea what he's saying, but you just boy,
Yes.
As that happens too, you start to feel, I don't want to say a searing pain, but it's a very uncomfortable feeling on a part of your body that where a piece of jewelry would normally be, where would you say your ghost gem kind of solidifies?
The roof of my mouth. Like in that, like, you know, the recess behind like your teeth, the gums.
Yeah.
Up in that hole.
Oh, God.
So as you almost have like it feels like a earache, that kind of pain of like it just forms in your mouth, and it's actually kind of hard to talk, and you get a little lispy and like, but you actually don't even know what it is because you can't see it.
Now you have a permanent lisp.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Perfect.
Poison.
But yeah, nobody. I mean, you guys have always had him, so you wouldn't even think twice. All of a sudden, you see him dry heaving, you wouldn't know why.
It's, sometimes it's really dusty. Yeah, we know. It takes a little
very
while.
dusty here. Yeah, you're going to be doing that for a while.
It's even funnier because Veek is looking over his shoulder and the sand is just flowing onto Theodore's robes.
The translations of him like trying to help is actually like, "You gonna finish that? Can I eat it?"
So as that as you start dry heaving from this like stone forming in your mouth, Atticus finally gets back to his feet, and he's been looking at you with the giant magnifying glass this whole time, kind of inspecting. I was like, oh yes, okay, good, yes. Like, all right, so you all know why you're here. Wait, you don't know why you're here at all, do you? You just know. Okay, that's a problem. All right, so well, you're all here, and we're gonna take a quick break. And we'll be back in like 10 minutes. Oh,
Yeah, what are we doing here?
got it.
Yeah, permanent peanut butter.
Perfect. So we're gonna take a quick little 10-minute break. Everybody smoking with me, got him. Take a pee. Do what you got to do, but we'll be right back.
Don't go to Rob Lou's house.
Let's see.
Trying to get through my barrier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. By
Oh,
the
you
way,
didn't get the upgraded barrier that actually meshes with hands, man. Come on.
Mine's fucking magical.
Illusory.
it's such a fucking troll that you and I wouldn't have it any other way. But
I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
yeah, we'll be right back.
Be right back.
And we're off.
Oh, it was in my toes.
You guys missed all the talk about cat puking her toes.
It's
All
a thing.
right. So now we are officially
Give it a
Then
try.
you all guess which one it was.
Mhm.
we're officially into the city.
The winner gets an official Elder Worm tent.
Straight from Skid Row.
Hold on, let's make sure our music switches over.
That Lou did not make his dexterity save on that cat stepping stepping pile.
Cool. Give her a little bump. Alrighty. So we are now in the city, and we got Atticus boy was yes, you are here. Because what was it? Oh, yes, correct. I have a problem. Many of you know we have ruins around the desert, and
Yes.
some of you have gone there. You've gone to our ruins. You have helped bring things back. Lately, every time we try to bring things back, it just gets they just rob us for no reason. Like why do you want these old things? They're my old things. Why do these idiots need to steal these things from me? Why? So, if you could please just go out. Carmichael will show you the way.
Lyra sighs. Oh.
Just
You gonna take us to the right ruin this time?
he's just doing like one of these like and just bring it back. That's it. Just bring it back. That's all I need.
Right. And exactly how much and what are we looking for? And how much are we gonna get? And why are all of a sudden we going out in a group?
Well, I mean,
Yeah, being grouped up is pretty strange for you. Normally you just hire individually.
well, it's been increasingly larger amounts of people stealing from us. I could send you
Are
out
they
one by one if you
increasingly
want.
valuable old things?
Not well, I don't know. We got a new set of ruins uncovered, and now they just steal it.
So it's easier to steal it from those that are coming back than to get it themselves.
Correct.
Right. And how big are the thieves?
Oh, I don't know. They're just like the tallish, short guy with lightish brown hair. I've never seen him. I don't know. I don't stay here.
Wait, are you telling us to go to the ruins and bring back what's there, or to go hunt down the thieves and bring back what the thieves have stolen?
Yes.
I'm very confused right now.
You could do either. I just need my shipment to come back. There is one going to be coming back soon. I don't know if you want to go kill those guys ahead of time, or I would prefer just whatever's coming back to get here. However you do that, that's fine.
Did you say
You want me to kill someone?
kill those guys?
No,
Yeah.
This is how sometimes you need to get things back from some people. They're not just going to hand it back to you.
And sometimes people just need a shiv in the kidney.
He just looks at Atticus. Fuck. Really?
You could capture them. That's fine. You will be met with deadly force, and I am fine if you match it.
Atticus, this is much different than organizing your paperwork and cleaning the museum every once in a while.
I mean, there's kind of a saying down in the Silt Sea, and it's, you fuck with the silt and you get killed. So you're going to have to get used to it.
You put it to a bad skirt? I'm not following the reference.
I mean, sometimes you got to kill some people. That's what I'm getting at here.
Listen,
So Steven's like all hanging open and looking at you saying all this shit. He just opens up his instructions that he was given and he starts fucking thumbing through real quick, trying to find the part where it said he's got to kill people.
Listen, like I said, you
I mean,
don't.
chances are likely the people who are stealing the things are thieves and pirates, and they're dangerous. And you got to walk up and be like, "Hey, give us the stuff," and they're going to be like, "No, we're going to kill you."
I'm not saying you have to kill anyone. I'm saying just be prepared that there's going to be dangerous things out there. But the stuff,
deadly force.
yes, they might try to kill you because it's lawless out there in the desert.
Yet we're leaving the comfort of the city. There's no city out there.
And how exactly are we supposed to travel?
Carmichael will take you out there on a skiff. Or take your own. You just have to pay for it. I don't care.
No. We'll use the...
This
Yes?
Carmichael,
Sure.
is he a competent warrior?
Absolutely.
Oh, that is reassuring.
Yezin can't hold back his laughter at that as he's trying to mumble it.
He's... Boy. Carmichael, earmuffs. You see Carmichael just turns around and you can tell he doesn't even cover his ears. He's...
Is he in the room?
Yeah, he's right
He was
there.
there the whole time.
Yeah. He's early in the room.
He's still trying to get up from when the room was shaking. He's like, "Oh God!"
He just like leans in close to everyone that's in the circle. He's like, he's cursed, but we love him for everything he does for us.
What do you mean, cursed?
He's cursed. It's my sister's son.
Is it contagious?
No.
Is he cursed because he's your sister's son?
Yes,
You're talking riddles. I'm very confused.
I'm a gnome. It's in my blood. Okay, so follow me here. He used to love him.
just like leaning in.
Carmichael's like,
He used to love running around the museum and looking at things. And when you tell children not to touch things, they touch things. And now he's cursed.
That checks out.
what did he touch?
Too much. I have no idea.
Well, the curse that is brought upon rather than the one that you're born with is probably less effectual. So
He like Atticus like leans over to you like, shh, what the C word around Carmichael?
Yezin's now worried, looking around at everything he's touched in the room. Like,
Hey, looks back, says, "It's all good, Curse Michael. We're just we'll be with you in a minute."
He just gets really red. You can see it from across the room.
Claire kind of hangs her head down now. She feels bad. He brings me breakfast every day.
That's sweet.
So he's good for something.
is it good?
Well, she's clearly still alive, so she's not been poisoned.
I mean, there's some poisons that take a while to kick in. I'm just going to look past this now. All right.
Has your skin always been blue?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
All right. So,
You could trust him.
do you want Carmichael to show you, or do you want to take your own means of transportation?
No, Carmichael can take
Let's
us.
go, Carmichael.
Oh boy! All right, this is my chance.
Carmichael, how long has it been since you've got your skip license?
He's got his permit.
You have to get a license for that. I didn't know you need a license.
You don't. That's
You don't.
a joke.
You
It's
don't.
okay.
All right, cool.
You
Yes.
know, licensing is really just a scam thing to get your money.
Yeah,
See, you may be a foreigner, but you totally get it.
yeah. My dad.
True everywhere.
He used to say that taxes and licensing is a scam for stupid people.
He's right.
Speaking of stupid people, how much are we getting paid?
Normally, let's see, with the death factor and dismemberment clause, I can. He just like looks over at just sweating bullets at the mention of death and dismemberment. Well, so what I could do, I could give you the supplies to get out there, so that's no charge. I could give you 250 now. And then when you bring the stuff back, another 250.
That's a really good deal for you. What exactly are we bringing back?
I have no idea.
You ever go to the ruins yourself?
No, absolutely not.
Too dangerous.
It's far too dangerous. Yes, he's correct.
I guess that's fair.
I have gone in the past, and he like motions to the things in his room. But
Right. We get it. You're too old to do it now.
I like the word venerable.
It's just a word for old.
Correct. As he like adjusts his big bifocals, pushes them on.
Well, do you think you could write me something for my classes? How long is this going to take?
This new ruins is about 3 days into the desert to like, what did they say? To the northeast, I believe. I'll write whatever you want. It'll be good.
Ask him to do your homework.
Homework? I thought she was the teacher.
I'm no teacher.
Still in school?
I mean, yeah.
For what?
Education, my dear.
Look, everybody keeps telling you that you need to go to school. You gotta go to school. I didn't go to school, and I'm doing just fine.
He looks at you. He looks you up and down.
He's just dusty, dirty, covered in patchwork armor, missing an eye.
Is that so?
Yeah, well, you learn on the streets.
Exactly. That's where I learned. You learn on the road of hard knocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with the local roads.
You can kind of see her just nodding along, like, okay.
Yeah, fuck school.
Yeah.
Fuck school, bro. Teacher lady said I need ABC. I said F you.
Fuck you, Dad.
It's not a fucking phase. Excellent. Carmichael, he like.
I guess I could take a little hiatus.
Excellent. Yeah.
If you could just let my teachers know that I'm doing a kind of a field trip, maybe for you, learning about. I am learning about kind of folklore and botany, and I guess you could say it's some type of rock science, maybe.
And anatomy.
Yeah, exactly. If we get to kill shit, you
I
can
wanted
learn.
to say earth science, so that this is the earth.
I like
Face
rock,
science.
Rock science?
I like rock science. That was good.
Biology?
Yes. Send me studying abroad. Perfect.
I could. Yes, this works out great. This is like a double major. Maybe
They might like that.
if we find something new and interesting, we could put you as one of the, you all on the little thing where we register it and they say, blah, 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 found it. Maybe you can name something. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know.
Wait, are you trying to trick us into going to school?
Correct. Yes, I am. Yeah, I am.
It's not that bad.
All right, Carmichael. He like snaps his fingers, and Carmichael goes from over here just to the door. He just kind of like he teleports him. Carmichael, ready my skiff. Do not break it again. Let's see. Get the supplies. Good, good, good. And if you would like, you can meet Carmichael at the sand skiff to the north, the docks, and what else do you need? We need something. I don't think you did. No, you're good. You're good. You guys are fine. You're gonna do great. You're gonna Theodore. No, that's not your name. What did they say your name was? Bishop. Bishop Larith.
That's correct.
If you would like to drop your things, we have accommodations for you. I don't want to rush you out of here. I know you need some time, but if you guys would like to leave by the end of the day, that would be optimal.
Understood.
The funny thing about the day here,
The day never ends.
Well,
What?
I guess it would be when you see Knox come around.
Yeah, I guess. You got a specific time you want us to leave?
Before the sun goes down, yeah.
Explain.
So if you we're inside right now, but there's two different moons.
Two.
Mm-hmm. And right now
He starts writing this shit down.
right now Malura's up, so once she goes down, then Nox will come up. And that pretty much means it's the end of the day. From what I've learned.
Does not get dark.
No.
Not particularly.
What?
No. Oh. Delightful.
Have you tried taking a nap?
He just points to the gate that he just walked through about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
What do you mean?
You'll figure it out.
yeah, well, we won't watch you while you're trying to sleep.
No.
He squints one eye at fucking Lou.
All right, let's go get our stuff and get ready to go.
Yes, should I take my bags with me, or?
You just we have accommodations if you would like to not bring all of your things. I mean, and I assume there's some things you might want to keep in your domicile, but
Why are you laughing, Halfling?
You have baggage?
Of
We're
course.
only going to be gone for like a week. You only need like one pair of clothes.
Very well. I would like to unload some of my things.
Perfect.
unload.
I know where you could stay. As he's like taking some of the straw from in between, some of his leather. Perfect accommodations.
Master Atticus, you said you had accommodations.
Oh yes, yes. Lyra, will you show him where the dormitories are, please?
What room?
One of the empty ones is fine.
Okay.
Carmichael's
Okay.
already taken off down the. You just hear him like banging, sliding down the hallway.
Lyra hurries up after him. Make sure he doesn't mess up anything too much.
Yezin's going to head with Carmichael to the skiff to make sure that it's all proper because he doesn't trust Carmichael.
If you can if you want to, the skiff is from where you are, the skiff is all the way across the city. But it's totally up to you.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm going to go and make that skiff mine. Set it to all my preferences because Carmichael ain't driving that thing.
Hit the seat where I want it.
Yeah. I got to adjust all the mirrors, get the tunes.
I just want to change.
Aaron, you coming? What was your name? Aaron?
Lara.
Lareth. Come.
He will grab his bags and follow her.
As we walk down the hall, I'm like, so what's that? What's that thing you're playing with there?
It's a toy. It's
Like for kids?
well, for advanced kids.
Advanced kids.
It's
Like me.
He pauses for a moment and kindly says yes. Yes,
Not like
yes.
not like Carmine.
He just ignores the question. just,
She just shrugs it off.
yeah.
And I lead him down to one of the empty rooms before heading to mine to go grab some stuff. You can use this one.
Oh, perfect.
She left like a week ago. Some family issues.
Is this a boarding house? What is this place?
This is a school.
Right. Okay. It's not a
You've never seen
halfway
a
house.
school before?
Boarding house.
Actually, I live in a school.
Where do you live? In that bubble?
Through that
thing?
bubble. Yes. The other side of it is another world here. And it is very different. But yes, an academy just like this.
How far away is it?
I haven't the faintest idea.
Oh.
Actually,
Could you go back?
he just kind of like chokes on his words.
She nods, stops asking questions.
And he fucking goes in and puts his bags down. A little bit now, he's a little bit flustered. He had not considered this.
Shit.
Yeah. Yes. Is there a key here?
No.
Do halflings come through here?
There's a couple halfling students, but
He just kind of like gestures his head towards where you just were. Does that halfling come through here?
you'll be fine.
He goes back in the room and gets the important shit and it kind of overloads his pockets a little bit. And then he comes on out and closes the door. Very well.
Lyra runs to her room, maybe down at the end of the hall, and grabs a couple things of hers, and she grabs a crystal orb and tucks it into her belt loop. I may need this. And she hurries back out. I'm ready for my adventure.
What? He's already started playing with that fucking orb again, and he doesn't even notice her coming up to him. He's like, "What? Oh yes, of course, yeah."
She gets another look at it before she quickly passes him.
He will stand.
Michael?
He will stand in the hallway as you leave him, obsessed with this sphere.
Grab him, Carmichael.
Carmichael's already long gone. Gezin, you said you were going with Carmichael?
Yeah.
And Snick and Nibbletooth?
Yeah, Nibbletooth says, are we going to go on the skiff? Yeah, we're going together.
Who, you and me? Well, I mean,
Yeah.
all of us as a group, yeah. I gotta stop home first. I gotta grab some stuff.
All right, where's Hope?
But you're social.
Yeah. I mean, I could totally follow you and just, keep you company. Hey, we got to get to know each other while, before we die together, possibly. That might be a thing.
You can totally walk with me.
All right.
And I mean this in the nicest way possible. You can't come inside the building. And it's not because I think you're going to steal anything. You just might scare the kids.
Oh, what are you trying to say?
How do I put this nicely? You have a very horrifying demeanor about you. And I live in an orphanage. And I'm the one who will have to deal with the nightmares if the kids see you inside the building. And it's nothing against you. It's just kids' minds are very imaginative.
Yeah. Okay. I mean...
Or we could just put a little scarf on you.
Oh, you want me to disguise myself? I could totally do that.
Do that. And then you can come in. Just do not touch a single thing in my workshop. Because I will do something you will not like. And you don't want to know what it is, just don't touch anything.
All right, I understand. I heard you the first time.
All right, let's go.
Okay. Oh.
Got some odd audio. Hold on one second. Let me do this real quick. Apparently this thing took a dump. Let's just do this. Does that help? I'm pretty sure that's gonna help.
Check.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys are bustling off. Okay, yeah, it worked. Cool. You guys are bustling off to the I don't want to give it away. Yeah, to the domicile of the stick.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So you two are going that way, and then Lyra and Lareth are staying, waiting for them.
Lareth was left in the hallway playing with his orb.
Grabbed him by the wrist and
So he is good.
dragged him down the hallway.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, because where you guys are, you'd all have to go out one central exit. So you would naturally have to pass them, but it's totally up to you if you want to sneak by or like however you want to do it.
I would have followed Lyra.
I would have met up with them. We're heading out.
You wanna come with us? We're going to my place to grab some stuff. Or do you guys want to head to the skiff and we'll meet you there?
What are you doing?
I'll hang back. Get the skiff loaded up. Get the car.
Just want to keep an eye on things. Yeah.
You're gonna keep an eye on things?
Yeah.
I feel like I might just slow you down.
Yeah. Go on ahead. Yeah.
You heard it. He said yes. I said he's gonna give me 50 gold, and he said yes. You heard it.
Yep. Go on ahead.
Perfect. So so you guys are waiting there. You'd have to pass by the museum anyway to get to the skiff. So you're gonna run to the south, go back home to the orphanage real quick, and then have to go by the museum and pick them up on the way through.
Okay.
Perfect. So yeah, bing bang boom. You know the way. You've been 1,000 times. You're at the orphanage.
Bing bong.
Bing bong.
So where? Give me a minute, and I will put on my disguise.
Okay. Again, nothing against you. I'm sure you're a dazzling human. Just children are very. It's hard to explain.
If you were to say if there was a preference, do you think that the children like dwarves more or humans more?
Oh, how do I? Okay, I'm trying to be nice. Anything that doesn't look like a corpse is fine.
Okay.
I'm sure you're a wonderful human. Or you're not human. I'm sure you're a wonderful person.
Indeed, I am. Give me a minute. And he ducks down, and you see him like throw a cloak over. He pulls something out of his bag. He throws it's not even a cloak. It's more just like a sheet, his bedroll, and he starts rummaging through his bag, and all of it, you see him kind of like fussing with something, and he's just like just you see all this movement, and he throws it back, and now he's got a different face. It's just a human child's face, like just looks like a kid that probably was about 50. No, I would say somewhere like a tweener, like maybe 11 to 13, maybe.
I was waiting for the Groucho Marx.
It's my disguise.
All right.
Okay.
Is it just the face?
So that the face is different, and the hair is different as well.
Okay, wait, the body is the same.
The body is the same.
He's a fucking jacked 12-year-old.
I feel like he has the skin of a child on.
And the clothes are obviously still the same.
All right, that'll work. That works. Because I kind of dress like this too, so this works.
Perfect.
He keeps the skin of a child in his bag.
No. Thank you for humoring me with that. I appreciate it.
Anything for the children.
Oh my god, this is the
Okay,
scariest
that's-
fucking thing I've heard of my
He has the heart of a hero. He's in his closet.
Confirmed serial killer.
I've heard of my life.
Oh, I'm gonna wake up. The orphanage is gonna be burned.
You're gonna be the one burning it down to get rid of it.
Okay, let's go. So look.
Lou, do you smell them?
I know where they are. All of them.
Oh, this is just terrible. This turned into a Call of Cthulhu game right now. This is no longer Dungeons and Dragons. It's just
Grab it. It's all fucked.
it's just horror. Just horror, man.
Ooh, okay, let's go.
Are you ready? Because I am.
This is so scary.
Get on the skin.
I'm just sweating profusely.
All right. So let's just go to the orphanage again and just don't talk.
Please don't talk. So
Everything is fine.
so you get to the orphanage and you just see Gertrude outside. There's like a plank walkway going up to it, and she's just sweeping a big pile of sand. It's not doing anything. She thinks she's making progress. It's just a pile of sand. It's not even a walkway or anything.
Hey, Gertrude,
Hello.
what's the chores?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna be gone for like a week, but I will be back.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Keep the kids out of my room. There are explosives in there. Do not let them in there.
You have a balloon in your room?
Yes, a very fiery balloon.
Okay. I'll let the kids play with it.
No. Okay, I'll just lock my door before I leave. That's fine. All right. I'm just gonna give her like pat. All right, come on.
Oh, take a snack. Take a snack.
I will.
Okay.
I'll grab some cookies when I leave.
So take 2 for your friend.
Okay. See, now you get really good cookies. She makes the best cookies.
What is this?
It's called a snickerdoodle. It's like vanilla with like cinnamon and like sugar. It's really tasty.
Filled with meat?
No, it's filled with sugar, which is better than meat.
These kids are fucked.
Kids are so fun.
You can have mine.
Okay, we'll share with everyone else. All right, we'll run upstairs and I'll pull a box out from under my bed that's locked. Like it's like a big heavy chest that's locked. I'm gonna unlock it and open it, and there's a pistol, and then there's something else that's bigger, but it's folded in half. And it doesn't make sense what it is. She just pops that on her back and then holsters the pistol, like throws all the bullets. And okay, I think that's it. Oh, wait. And then she's just gonna go, and from the rafters, a little mechanical like drake is gonna fly down.
It just like right on your shoulder like it always does, and it's like trying to get a belly scratch.
Just, this is my pet. I made him.
It's like its legs kicking when it's scratching.
You made that?
Yes. His name is Amethyst because he's got a purple gem in him.
Is it like one of our gems?
No, it's like a gem like this big that like pulses with energy.
That looks really valuable.
He is my pet. It took me a long time to learn to make him. He bites, so I wouldn't try anything.
He noted.
Me too.
All right, let's go. I got everything I needed. And as we leave, I've got 3 padlocks, like top, middle, bottom of the door, and I'm just padlocking them all.
You're very confident that there's no children nor a old poor senile woman getting in there anytime soon.
All right. Do you need anything?
No. At all.
Just browsing.
Just perusing the menu.
All right, let's go. I'm just gonna like push him out of the building as quickly as possible.
Goodbye, everybody. It was nice meet.
So there's just like a crowd of children stuck in the door, like, who the fuck is that guy with Snick? They're getting like the total like creepy, weird guy vibes at the arcade, you know. But so as you're running by, Gertrude's still there. She's just making a big dent in this like sand mound, and she's like, "Have fun, Nick."
I will. Stay safe. Don't go too hard. Have the kids do chores for you.
Yep. She has no idea what you said. Cool.
Oh,
So,
I'm
yeah.
gonna hire help.
So yeah, you could same path you took. It's real quick. The old town is right next to the blue top section of Telralad, which is where the museum is. So you know the real quick way through the alleys and stuff to get there. So for not too long, you're back to Lyra and Lareth.
All right, Lyra, you guys ready? That's gonna get confusing if we ever get drunk.
I'm good. Where did that tall guy go with the dirt thing? That's that.
Yes,
It looks like an elemental.
the uneducated one. Yes.
Well,
Where'd he go?
I wouldn't say that in front of him.
You also have you changed back, Lou? so you see Snick pull up.
100% no.
You see Snick pull up with this young child dressed like Nimbletooth.
A homeless man.
Homeless child.
Yeah, I have not noticed.
Yeah.
I'm still completely absorbed, and I'm just having conversations, not looking at anyone.
Is this like transition between the face and the body seamless, or is it just like a childhood?
It's seamless.
No, no, and that's a really good question because the hands look really like those hands have worked shit. They've got scars. There's
scratch marks all over them.
Yeah, like there's like the tip of one finger that's like missing that last quarter inch of of flesh there. Like something went wrong when something was being opened. So yeah, there's no seamless transition. So if you're paying attention,
So you could see a line right like on the neck. You're saying,
Yeah.
Like where the face transitions into your body. You could see a clear cut. Gotcha.
Yeah. It's looking a little wonky, you know.
Do you try and cover it at all with any kind of collar or anything, or it's just right there?
I was a little bit rushed, so yeah, no.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you guys, anybody that's looking sees that.
They're just kind of like this, like a half walk around him, kind of just like, like feeling out she's plucking at the hair, seeing if she can lift it. Interesting.
Yes, fascinating.
Yes. Have a picture drawn. It'll last longer.
It's a good
I
idea.
might.
As you guys are doing this, Yezin, you guys have you've been keeping up with Carmichael. He trips and stumbles here and there, so any kind of distance he does make just from being familiar with the city, you catch right up to him. So I mean, it's almost impossible to lose him in a crowd. You guys weave through the city, and you get out toward the north docks, and you see it's not like a super fancy skiff or anything like that, but it's a pretty cool, pretty well equipped sand skiff, which is just like a large, it's almost like a catamaran with like pontoons off the side with a center ship that it's meant for going across the deserts.
Nice. Well, we probably got some time for that. That fancy dancy guy's probably going to take a while to get here. I got some ideas. 3-day trip. I can make this thing so we can make it in 2. And Yezin's just going to start like working on the skiff, like doing little things that like that almost in like Mad Max, where like they do like the weird tweaks to the vehicles to like this will make it go faster. But, like maybe not in the safest way.
Yeah, definitely not OSHA approved.
Oh, definitely not. Good thing we don't have an OSHA inspector.
You just see like an OSHA tabaxi with a clipboard looking at inspecting ships as you go by.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for cat people.
Yeah, so like Yezin and Sveik are just like doing like taking care of things, like restringing things, like all right, this is gonna make it easier.
And Carmichael's kind of just panicked. He's like, "Well, wait, hey, well, you probably should. I don't know if you should touch that. Do you know what you're doing?"
Are you certified?
Carmichael, I'm gonna tell you this right now. What was the question?
Oh man. He's just
And he
like,
just gets back to it and like just sit there, have some water. Look, man, you just have to be here. You just have to like I'll pilot the ship. I'll make sure we get us there. All you have to do is just don't touch anything.
all right, but will you tell Uncle Atticus that I did
It's
something?
all you. This is all you.
Nice.
Everything, the driving, the fixing, all of it, all you, buddy.
He's already asleep on the ship. As soon as you
It,
said
like,
that,
gives him a nice like head pat, like good Carmichael.
you could just
and he just
see,
gets back to work.
you could just see this like huge weight of oppressive, just like panic, just kind of like lift a little bit, and he just like cuddles up and falls asleep while you guys are working on stuff, and he's like drooling out of his face. So as you're working on that, you're making cool improvements to the ship. Bishop Lareth, as you've been futzing around with this Enigmaze, this new and improved
Excessively.
Yeah, enough where you're starting to see the same patterns start to repeat. That almost it's like watching. It's like when you're playing Tetris and you just click the stuff together and you blow a Tetris line out. Like it's real easy to see. Oh, these are going to go here, and we're good. And you see 3 specific patterns emerge.
They're at least, and that's he stopped talking.
So, you're going to try to do anything with them, or are you just noting them down?
No, he's going to immediately, unregulatorily, complete the sequence.
So, the first one was fairly easy. As you complete it, you feel this like you take these like as it comes apart, you're taking these symbols out of the ether almost from inside of it and placing them on the outside. And then when you close it back together and make the new combination, uh, you could just feel this like this buzz, and it just becomes like it's really hard to explain, like this innate feeling again where you have control over whatever combination that you just made. And which combination was that?
Oh shit!
Got to pick a good one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be all three. So which one did you get first?
I'll go with marionette.
The enigmatic marionette.
Yeah.
What do we see happen when you complete the puzzle?
He's still standing there, just slightly obsessed and almost like madly obsessed, like someone who's just way too into what they're doing at the expense of everything else around them. When all of a sudden, standing how far away?
I think it's sight.
30 feet. At some distance away.
Yeah,
we'll find it later. A ethereal, shadowy clone of him doing the same exact thing, fucking with this orb, appears 12 feet off to his right at 45 degrees. He is completely unaware of it at first. Then he looks up in frustration. I thought I had it. And he looks at his shadowy self, telling him the same thing. Dear gods. I've done it. I've done it. Who's near him? Whoever's near him. Lyra, are you right next to him?
Sort of. I was kind of close to where your shadow is, and I jumped back, and you see a little spark happen in her hands, like she's about to react.
Yezin is on the ship.
Scared me.
Yep. Yeah. Whoever is closest to him, he's going to grab them by the cloth of their arm. I've solved it. I've figured it out.
You end up grabbing this strange small child you've never seen before, dressed like
Yeah. Boy, look. This is what they don't want us to know.
What exactly don't they want us to know?
They've been hiding it from us the whole time.
Yeah, I know. And finally, you found it.
It's the seventh. Boy, it is the 7th degree of freedom.
Oh.
It is this unlocked the day he said it didn't exist. It does.
Are you sure it's the 7th?
Look, boy, look. And he points your head at the shadowy figure standing over there. You see that?
I do.
Tell no one. How do I stop this thing? Can I?
Your secret dies with you.
He takes a step back.
I'm looking at Lyra.
I do everything in my power. I just start hitting buttons that don't exist to end the effect.
You could feel that you have, by unlocking the secret, you have the control to dismiss it if you would like.
Yeah, and he does.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. And he just walks off. Great Scott.
Oh my god.
He Christopher Lloyd's in circles for the next few minutes.
Perfect. So, I mean, yeah, so if you don't want to do anything else, it's up to you. If you want to, there's 2 more in there, but
not today.
Yeah, it's too much. It's it's there. That's the important thing. So yeah, it's guys are ready to rock and roll. If you want to make your way over to the skiff, totally up to you. You got to walk through the city.
Well, now that we've got that out of the way.
He's just fucking holding his head.
Right?
This might be the strangest group of people I've seen come
Where is that
get something from Atticus.
Where is that happening?
Where is that happening?
Yeah, right there.
Lyra doesn't say anything. She knows.
He looks to where the mouse is pointing. It's a small child. I see.
12 dimensions. Now she's walking.
Shapeshifter?
Let's go with that.
All right then. He takes a big gulp. So I see that we're together on this. I assume you've all worked together before. I being the newcomer.
We absolutely have not.
This is all new.
But Atticus knows his business.
You have all worked for Atticus for some time?
Since I've been here.
Yeah, as soon as I was old enough to work.
Pays for my room.
The dismemberment clause, was I the only one who heard that?
I didn't hear that.
But sometimes you gotta get your hands dirty. It's the nature of the beast here.
Okay, so it's fair to assume that you three, skipping the elf, are competent in combat? Trained?
Are they at the skip yet? Or
No,
Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
he
it
just-
would be you two then. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, he pointed to his like shadow clone that used to
that's
be
what
there.
I was confused. I'm like, oh my god.
We are walking and talking though. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I keep getting brought back for a reason. I'm still here. I survived.
Say no.
I know where to point the end. I know where to put. I know where to put the pointy end.
And my inventions are very useful in getting me out of tough situations, so I'm not concerned.
Yeah.
Inventions.
Have you seen that? Pointing at the Drake.
Coming out of his recent hysteria, he's beginning to notice things. One of which, now that it's pointed out, is that mechanical. Is it Dragonling?
Yeah, it's just like a little
Pseudo-dragon? Drake, mechanical Drake on your shoulder.
You see, as this is happening, this is when you guys reconnect with Yezin. So you hear all the Drake and stuff like that.
You made this?
And then be like, Amethyst, go! And then he'll just kind of like fly up and do like little spin, like little barrel rolls, and he'll do like this. Like just like he does like little things that he used to do to entertain kids.
Fascinating.
Oh, damn. That is
Oh, yes. Hello.
a fairly large stone in its chest. Is that what it is on Drake's? Yeah, probably.
Yes, very astute. Yes. It's quite the marvel. Is this magical? I mean,
Kind of the power core is magical, but then there's a lot of gears. So the core, that gem is kind of like the power source that powers all the gears that make him run.
so you have mixed mechanics with the Arcana?
Kind of, yeah. That's kind of what
Yes.
my studies have, or my experiments
Awesome.
seem to be like interweaving from time to time.
Oh, yes, I know much of interweaving. Yes.
Oh,
That's fascinating. As you guys get on the skiff, you like clearly see that this skiff is not like no longer like factory set. It's got like shoddy, like quickly built levers, all completely designed for it to be worked by one person.
Just ropes everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Police.
ready, like that all lead up to like the one helm area where they have like different levers and like quick pulls and shit like ready to go. And Zveek is like currently like holding a lot of the stuff in place while like he was getting it ready before you guys walked up and he started talking. And clearly Carmichael is passed out, just like sleeping there.
So this must be the skip he spoke of.
Have you never been on one before?
Oh, I've been on several. None like this. This is different. How do
it's
we
gonna
plan?
be awesome.
How are we going to get it back to the docks?
What do you mean?
The sea is that 8 points like fucking the other side of the city. The sea is over there.
Oh.
Why is the ship here?
I mean, it's at the docks.
And we're
yes,
at the,
We're at the docks.
yes, the dry docks where they build the ships. Clearly, I understand these things, but how are we going to get this to the water?
Oh, buddy, this is a sand skiff.
What you say?
You're gonna find out in due time. You're going to be amazed.
He's gonna find out in Dune time.
While everyone starts laughing, Carmichael gets like woken up and kicks a lever, and the fucking skiff starts flying off.
Shit.
You're all on it. Like Yezin just screams like, "Hold on to your asses! We're going for a ride!" And hops into the helm and fucking starts going.
Everybody's just
Theodore fucking dives onto the ship.
everybody's just running behind, throwing shit to try and help each other on. And I think that's where we'll close it tonight. Just the visual of Carmichael getting dragged behind and everybody trying to jump onto this ship. He's like, wait, what?
Danny, this is going to be a disaster.
It's gonna be a train wreck, and I
It's
love
gonna
it.
be a beautiful disaster.
I only light my fires with dumpsters. So yeah, that was a wild first fucking episode, but thanks for everybody hanging around. Let's see. How am I gonna open up Twitch? And
Not enough screens.
yeah, it's pretty much
we got a raid.
yeah,
got a
exactly.
raid.
All right, so what's going to happen is the players and everybody's going to go away for a second as I open up Twitch. No big deal. Just move this around. Cool. Twitch is over
You're
there.
in the orphanage.
Yeah. Yay. Now everybody should be back in a second. All right, cool. Let's see who we got on. We could do, I'll let you guys pick. We got Matt Cobles on. We could do Dice Cream Sandwich. I love them just because their name.
Good name.
We gotta go with the graham cracker dice cream sandwich.
Yeah, Dice Cream Sandwich.
So we gotta do that.
Let's go see. Let me mute
Yeah,
that.
big dogs don't need help.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing just fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually follow Dice Cream Sandwich on Instagram, and they are currently their DM is one of the DMs that's doing the D&D in a castle stuff, where they fly you over there and you can pay for the weekend. Yeah, it's super cool.
Oh, damn!
Super cool.
Oh.
We could do it in a tent. We got that market cornered.
So what is it? /raid or exclamation raid? I think it's /raid. Here we go.
It's backslash.
What? That's what? Was that Creole?
It was speak.
I was not expecting Sveek, who has a clearly German name, to be Creole.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
That's how we roll. It's the Feywild, son.
That's how Creole.
That's how we pre-roll. Let's get this over here so I can see how to spell it. It's funny looking at my screen, like my little bubble in OBS, because like I'm just staring at the sky. And then next time too, I just got to figure out how to what's it called? Fix it so the chat can hear the music too, because they didn't get to hear the music the whole time, which sucks. But here we go. All right, that is Raid D. Oh, still getting used to having more than one screen. Dice Cream Sandwich, not spelled funny. Cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna go hang out in Discord in a little bit. 5 minutes. I'm gonna go like eat and drink and stuff, and then hope to see Bad Daddy's here. And thanks all you homies for stopping by and playing fucking nerd games with me.
Yeah, this is fun. Yeah,
It's fun.
I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
Let's see, we initiate the raid. We're just
Louis is gonna get us all arrested for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, quickly.
I can't wait to see his character unfold.
Now, where the fuck did it send the raid to? Oh, here we go, right now. Cool. So, yeah, we are all set. You guys are going to go over to the ice cream sandwich and see you bad daddies in a little bit.
Good night.
Okay, bye.
Good night.
Bye.